On this episode of So You Think You Can Fanon, two of my friends and I read a terrible Minecraft fanfiction. And we're gonna fucking not try and die. Also,
Michael,
according to
room,
YouTube statistics, only a small percentage of people watch my videos or actually subscribe. So if you end up liking this video, consider subscribing. It's free and you can always change your mind. Enjoy the video.
Also, join the official So You Think You Can Fanon Minecraft server with over 10,000 slots hosted for $100 a month.
We have one?
No. You think we can afford that?
Not with that attitude.
Not with 4 college students.
Alright, well, my good pally pals. Good pally pals, introduce yourselves.
I'm mad.
I'm Sergio.
I'm gonna make you.
Alright. And I'm gay. So, what abomination have you guys brought to the table?
So
Sergio,
I have
you found it.
Okay, so we were fucking around trying to find a fan fiction because it's always hard to find one randomly because you never know if it's going to be like a good one or like a bad one. And usually I try to look for the bad ones because I'm like, oh, this person can write. This won't be interesting. And I was like throwing out fandoms that we haven't done yet. And Matt was like Legend of Zelda, and I was looking for Minecraft. So I was like, wait, what if we look for a Zelda and Minecraft crossover? So if you haven't already, direct yourself to fanfic links because we have Ben's Return by Maritroll the 46th. Join my OS. Join my OC Meritor, collaborator Howl Zen 13. Howl along with the hero of Brian as we search for a way to destroy Ben and ultimately get out of this bug to determine a copy. It's an adventure mystery.
I too like to do that.
Alright. Hold on. I have to be right back. You guys can go ahead and start up.
Okay.
Alright. So I guess I'll be Howl.
Are we gonna be along?
I will be Howl, and I guess you can be Meritor since he's the next person who speaks.
Okay.
Just careful you're following along, because if for the viewers who don't like didn't Google, it's all like one big paragraph.
Well, yeah, but good thing a little bit about fanfiction.net is that you can actually give yourself line spacing.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, Matt told me about that. So I will begin. Meritor. Dude, you gotta check this out. It's a limited edition Majora's Mask for Nintendo 64.
Who's narrating?
You can narrate.
You guys had me narrate when I wasn't even here.
Yeah, just go and do it.
Howl said, showing Meritor the cartridge.
Finally, I've been wanting to play this since I was 6. I only have one piece of advice before we pop this baby in.
Michael?
Yeah.
That
was 8.
Huh?
You read an 8 as a 6. Are you okay?
No, I said 8.
You said 6.
You said 6.
No, I said 8.
I have a recording, Michael. I know it's 6.
I literally said 8.
Right,
I said
we'll find out later.
I've been wanting to play this since I was 8.
We'll find out later. Meritor said with a sly yet creepy look on his face.
What is it?
Howl asked, noticing the creepy look.
He can't be a serial killer, can he? The council was a group of serial killers. I can handle one more.
Howl thought to himself as he reached for his earring that looked like a scythe.
Don't drown!
Meritor yelled. Little did he know how relevant those words were to the events that would take place 12 minutes later.
Okay.
Howl said.
That's that's me reacting and also reading the sentence.
Yeah, 12 minutes is oddly specific. Howl said, confused, seeing as Ben had not appeared in the last year.
Alright, let's pop the sucker in.
Meritor said, after carefully blowing the dust out of the N64 and the cartridge. Who's talking?
That'd be me.
I believe
Who's
it's
going
Meritor.
first?
I've beaten the game a while back, so you go first.
Howell said, smiling as he handed Meritor the controller.
Okay.
Hold on. Yeah, it's Meritor again.
All right, this shouldn't be very long. Beat this game back in my last incarnation, but because it was my last incarnation and because of bad memory, I've forgotten most of it. Let's see. I'll name him Link. There.
How original. Let's start this.
Howell said, smiling as the game started, with a song of healing playing backwards with a high pitch as the sound caused Howell's ears to bleed as he fell to his knees, screaming in pain.
Oh no! Oh crap! Ear healer. Where's that damn app? Here we go.
Meritor yelled
that was
as he
Meritor.
poked a glowing...
This is really bad already.
Meritor yelled as he poked a glowing sphere floating in front of him.
There, are you okay now?
Meritor said, holding a hand out to Howell.
You say something?
Howell almost screamed, not hearing himself.
Sorry, home. Asterisk sigh asterisk. As expected, it still doesn't work on others.
Meritor mumbled to himself, looking around. He grabbed Howell's hand and ran through a forest.
But were we not just in my house playing Madge? Well, I'm dense.
Meritor finally came to the conclusion in his head.
Ben, show yourself. I know you're watching us. I like that he left the caps lock on.
Yeah. Howell said as his hearing returned. Well, that was quick. That's pretty good.
Where are we?
Howell asked, running his metal arm on a tree, since it was cut off a while back.
Am I the Winter Soldier?
Yes, you're Howl, the White Wolf, or the Winter Soldier.
Nice.
This looks like the swamp.
Howell said, touching the murky water.
Just wait, let him figure it out yourself.
Meritor thought to himself.
Seems kind of strange there being Deku Babas here.
Meritor said as he hopped on top of one.
Huh? Termina. Where's Link and Lucas? Probably in Hyrule by now.
Howell muttered before seeing a flash of green.
Link!
He said, spinning around, but saw nothing.
Huh?
He said before the chuckle of the happy mask salesman rang out of nowhere.
What the hell was that?
Howell asked, reaching for his earring. Meritor chuckled in a slightly What? Chuckling in a slightly disappointed way. No, that's not you.
As ever been. Did you forget about Null and Void?
Meritor asked as he stuck his hands out. And nothing happened.
What? But
Maybe
sorry, that was Meritor.
Oh, yeah.
What in butt was from Meritor? He doesn't put.
We should probably clarify to everybody who's listening. There is no such thing as a line break here in this chapter.
Yeah. So when two people talk in
sequence
in a row, he only puts the said for the person who spoke second.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you forgot about Death's Scythe.
Howell shouted, pulling his earrings down as they turned into hand scythes. Huh?
This is Meritor.
It's useless. Swinging those around, you'd only kill yourself. Ben takes many hits to kill. Don't use double-edged weapons.
Meritor yelled.
Isn't a scythe a single-edged weapon, though?
Yeah.
The fuck?
Let him, they hear an eerie voice say.
Oh no, it's Matthew DeCock, Howell said, swinging his scythe on average garden scythe, but gleaming with darkness.
It's still you, Howl.
Besides,
Howell said, spinning it around like it were a bow staff.
how do you do that with a scythe?
You just spin it. Like, you know how Ruby does with like the little spinny thingy?
Yeah, that's just
It's
Dumb
just-
I never cut
description.
I was about to say he's probably gonna cut himself, but I never cut myself when I use a scythe. Scythe, it's my best weapon, he said.
He said, slicing through a tree cleanly as it fell from the slice. Then go ahead.
Meritor.
I'm good. Who was talking?
Or who was
Who was
talking?
speaking?
I don't.
I'm gonna say it's definitely. Oh no.
No, I think that has to be Meritor.
Okay. Then go ahead. Go ahead. I'm gonna call some backup.
Like who?
Howell asked as the blade turned back into earrings and flew. What? Are you fucking cheating me here? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna rip my earrings off, gonna turn them into sides, gonna spin around like a bow staff, and then I'm just gonna shove them back up my ass like Kanye West likes fingers in his ass.
You keep reading.
Flew back in to his ears. Meritor?
The only backup I can call in electronic world, the king of Trollolo.
Meritor said, placing a golden ball on the ground.
The embodiment of glitches.
He said, as the ball formed a gold and red totem.
The hero of Brine.
Meritor yelled as he raised his arms to the sky, just when lightning struck it, causing Hero Brine to emerge from the flaming totem.
Is this a Sentai?
He just summons him. Just
The
snaps
king
his
of
fingers.
Troll, embodiment of glitches, Mind Sentai, Craft Ranger.
Howell, would you please shout the word?
Hero Brine.
Howell shouted in anger, drawing his scythe to battle him.
Oh, I gotta rip those out of my earlobes again.
Alright, we'll give you like 5 minutes for your transformation again.
Stop fretting. Remember he destroyed the Dark Hero Brine?
Meritor asked.
No, I don't remember, but I think I more like massacred him.
Howell said, glaring at Hero Brine.
How do we know we can trust him?
Trust me, we go way back. One way to tell is to throw a cookie at him.
Meritor said, as he threw one directly at him. Hero Brine proceeded to snatch the cookie out of the air, and threw it directly at Meritor's face, causing him to fall flat on his back, with a bruise and cookie crumbs on his face.
Yep, it's him. Hey, oh, sorry, Meritor.
Yep, it's him. Hey, where's Ben?
How am I supposed to know? He hasn't showed up yet.
That's actually supposed to say I don't know. You guys, are you okay, Sergio?
No, I'm not. What is happening? I don't know what's happening.
Hell said,
Clearly, you haven't
around.
been reading the lore.
Ben,
Where are we?
where are
our
you?
brains broken?
Ben, where are you? That's where we are.
Alright. He called out.
Get to be the hero,
This
Brian,
is
man.
Meritor.
He's
No,
gone.
this is Hero Brine.
I'm sure we'll encounter him soon.
Oh, wait, that's
no,
me.
that's not Hero Brine. Who is this?
I just see Hero
Meritor.
Brine. He's
No,
gone.
it's not, because they're talking
I'm
to
sure
Hero Brine.
we'll encounter him soon. Brine, mind fixing this forest loop glitch.
Hero Brine dissipated into green ones and zeros, then returned to a legible form half a second later. I didn't know he could turn into the Matrix.
I hate that they call him Brine. Thanks, Brine.
Meritor said as they emerged into Termina Fields.
Howdy. We're trapped in a game, not the real Termina, aren't we?
Hell asked, sweat dropping like in anime.
This is Meritor.
Yes, but Hero Brine himself is just zeros and ones. Except, like in those sci-fi horror movies, he has a mind of his own. Among his experimenting, he figured out how to hack, and because he himself is a bug, he knows what to look for when it comes down to it. So all he did was code himself into the swamp's code. obliterate the oddities and recode himself into this form.
Meritor said as he repeatedly tried to summon Null and Void.
Okay.
Hell said, looking around.
How do we even beat Ben? Should we be looking for others?
Howl asked.
We could try. Last time I fought him, I was still in my true form. Oh shit, Dragon Ball up in here. But can't really do much about that right now, since I have Null and Void working. Once I have Null and Void working, we should stand a pretty good chance, since his shields will be disabled because of Null. Problem is, it's not working. Null and Void aren't coming to me.
Meritor said with an agitated tone in his voice.
Well, since Ben is a killer and I'm a ex-serial killer, I think I should be able to figure him out.
Hell said while looking around.
Yes, you may be onto something.
So, why is everybody in this fanfiction a fucking psychopath?
I don't know. See, I assumed that we were reading the sequel fanfic. There's something to explain. No, there's a bit of lore on his profile page, but I feel like we got dropped into like the 6th entry in a long-running saga. Apparently, Meritor and Howl have been fighting Ben from Ben Drowned, and there's a secret society of serial killers, and Howl used to be one of them. What? Like, what?
You guys just don't understand.
I'm so confused.
This sure is something.
Oh, geez. I'm okay. Give me a second. I want to read the amazing description that we have here for our author. I am Maritroll, the 46th male, straight, you faggots. According to my element is ice. Fitting. I am Lugia. In Okami, I would be Oki. Another one said was Waka. In Dissidia 012, I'd be Cloud. And if I was a member of Organization 13, I'd be Zexion. I am a cat, which I knew since I was 8. I am Sword Kirby, Chop Chop. I am Metal Music, Fear Me. I am the Great Mighty Yana. I am a member of Organization 13, even after 3 tries. I am Jade Curtis from Tales of the Abyss. I am Dark Pit on the first try, completely blind. I took it again with different answers that still relate to me, and I got it again. Sweet. I am Elzo, the Minish Cap. And randomness is calm down. Why? Hey, you looking at me? Cool. Have a nice day, Mr. Rambos. I'm gonna fart to fly on the moon, cow exploding into the sun.
Is this person okay? Do we need to call the police?
So
Kirby is calling the police.
Here's what Null and Void are. So Null is a right-handed sword of light, taking advantage of the angelical energy in the right side of somebody's body.
I think it's Meritor. Or was Ball?
Whatever.
No, Meritor and Ball are the same person.
So so Ball. This weapon heals all ailments such as poison and stun, and disables all of the opponent's unnatural defenses, hence the name Null. But Void is a left-handed sword of darkness, taking use of demonic energy in the left side of the body. This weapon slowly tugs at the heart and soul of the opponent, bringing up all the moments the opponent feels sadness about in the opponent's life, causing them to spiral into a pit of depression, leaving them vulnerable, hence the name Void. Imagine you're fighting somebody and they just like collapse on their knees and start fucking crying about their dog.
Yeah, so from what I gather, he invented a character named Ball, who's the incarnation of good and evil, and his current human incarnation is Meritor. And I know his Howl Zen 13 is his friend. Let me see if I can Google him.
It's really weird.
I did find him. When I searched him, I found Howl Zen making what's it called, Wind Waker shorts with a guy. Yeah, I found him.
So is this
other than this roleplay forum that I found on fanfiction.net, he hasn't really made anything. He also doesn't really have a profile on here.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of character this is. I'm gonna assume it's the Kirby.
This is something, all right.
It's a rabbit hole that I can't go down because there's not enough to go down.
Are we gonna read chapter 2, or are we just gonna go to discussion?
The ROSAT are weapons that work like the ones from Kingdom Hearts. Is this a Chain of Memories spinoff?
Oh,
I would love to read the
I don't think
chapter
this
2.
I don't think this reconciles the timeline of the free universe. What, Matt?
I would want to read chapter 2, but my brain is already fried after chapter 1, and I think there's a lot of shit to discuss this time.
I don't want to read more.
What are we rating this?
I'm gonna rate it. Yeah, I was gonna say a 2 or a 1. I was bored out of my fucking mind, and it was hard to get through.
I'd rather listen to Kanye likes fingers in his ass than read this again.
I don't know what that is.
You've never heard Kanye likes fingers in his ass?
Oh, it's a beautiful masterpiece.
It's so fucking funny.
There's inconsistent punctuation and capitalization. He's referring to Ben from Ben Drowned as all caps Ben, and then he forgets. Meritor and Howl are selectively punctualized. This fanfiction's a mess. Even in chapter 2, when he starts spacing things across, like spacing the paragraphs out, it's still not very good.
Yeah, I never wish to return to this fanfiction.
This was pretty sad.
Never return to
Return to 0. Get away from this.
What I guess on the Minecraft note, what are your guys' thoughts on what do you guys think of Minecraft?
For most of its lifetime, it has not been a video game.
It's all right. I like it.
I was big into like watching Minecraft, but I think when I got Minecraft, I was like, I don't like playing this. I like watching other people play it.
Yeah,
I like Minecraft in like a sense where it's like it's super nostalgic for me because like I grew up watching the fucking Yogscast. Like that was like my bread and butter. But I definitely have started like kind of preferring the more quiet streams and shit.
I can agree
But
with
like
that.
when I play Minecraft, I find it way more enjoyable if I'm around people. Like if I'm playing,
I definitely like playing it with people. I don't like playing it by myself.
Yeah.
I think more or less I think I got really sick and tired of the because Minecraft spawned a host of Minecraft clones and kickstarted off like the survival genre, and that was really hit or miss, at least in the first couple of years. Y'all remember
Daisy?
Day something? No, it was like Day something Gary's incident.
I think I do kind of remember that. But
Gary incident?
It started off the whole survival crafting spree of shit, which is kind of ironic because
there was this really Day 1 Gary's incident. It was this really bad survival game, and then it got taken off of Steam. After negative critique of the game was posted on YouTube, Wild Game Studios had taken down the video using the site's automated copyright complaint system. A well-known game permit critic, Total Biscuit, rest in peace, claimed the copyright complaint was a deliberate attempt to censor online criticisms. Oh yeah, and then they also they manipulated their Metacritic review as well.
Oh, ew.
I think they took the game off Steam too.
It says that it's off Steam on the wiki.
Yeah, it was awful. It was I think at the time it was considered to be one of the worst games ever made.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Minecraft adjacent, Terraria was supposed to be like a competitor with Minecraft for a while, but I don't think a lot of people realized at the initialization of it that Terraria was just turning into its own thing.
Yeah, I mean, when it came out, I was it's 2D Minecraft, but I think that's
It's more like Legend of Zelda now.
Yeah, it's more of its own thing.
Yeah. Which, by the way, probably one of the best games for dollar value to content. $10, and it's like 40 hours to beat it. Oh, well, this is more topical. Did any of you see the Bomb Rush Cyberpunk official trailer?
No.
Yeah, Bomb Rush Blush looks fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I am all for it. I love spiritual successor shit when it's done right. And I mean, the guys that made Lethal League are behind it, so it's obviously going to be really high quality stuff, at least.
Yeah. Oh, how do you guys feel about Kirby? Since this is technically Kirby adjacent because there was a Kirby picture for the profile.
I don't have any opinion on Kirby. To me, he is a pink blob that appeared in Smash. I've never played a Kirby game. I've never really seen much of the Kirby games.
You should try out Superstar Ultra. It's really good.
Yeah, I enjoy Kirby.
I don't really have an urge to play Kirby games.
Might want to try it at some point. It's usually pretty cheap.
Yeah, I enjoy Kirby, but I don't I wouldn't consider myself. Give me a second. The dog's fucking rolling a bone upstairs.
Alright, sounds good.
I don't really tend to go for Nintendo games unless it's really something I played when I was a childhood. I also have kind of stopped emulating because I have plenty of games I've already bought that I need to play, and the emulators just opens up a rabbit hole of more games to play. So I just hardly emulate anything anymore.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I mean, as I was saying, I enjoy Kirby, but I don't.
I'm not saying that the Kirby games aren't good, but
you just haven't tried them.
I've got like 300 Steam games. I'd rather play most of them than start up a Kirby game.
Yeah, that's pretty fair.
Kirby's one of those games where it's like it's not something that you would actively want to buy, but it's also not a game that I would turn my nose up to if I were to get it as a gift. It's just it's one of those games where it's that you're going to have a good time, but it's not going to be as good of a time as if you got a new Mario game or something.
I don't know. I think it very much depends on the Kirby game in question.
For example, most Kirby games are the same.
Kind of depends on the Kirby game.
They're all kind of 2D platformers. The only kind of exception to that is Crystal Shards, I believe, for the N64.
No, he's never had a proper 3D outing for his mainline design. That was interestingly enough, that's what Kirby Air Ride was going to be, 3D Kirby N64 game, but then it turned into a racing game, which is a really good racing game.
It's one of the better ones. I honestly hope that someday they can actually go back and remaster that.
Yeah, but I think saying the Kirby games are all the same is like saying all the 2D Mario's games are the same.
The mainline Kirby games. I'm not talking about spin-offs and stuff.
Right.
Mainline Kirby has it's got a formula that it sticks to. And
right, but that's like saying the 2D Mario games are all the same.
I would say the new Super Mario Brothers stuff is kind of where Kirby is right now, where it's oh yeah, I mean I'm gonna enjoy it, but it's I don't know. I'm not gonna go out of my way to go buy it.
Yeah, in the modern incarnations of the series, it's definitely lacking in some changes for the formula. It's also got kind of a weird cash grabby mobile game that's kind of gone under the radar.
I feel like I might buy a Kirby game if it came out, if they made one for Switch, because I need things to play on my Switch. But I also haven't touched my Switch in a while.
There is Star Allies.
Yeah, there's Star Allies.
Yeah,
Star Allies is kind of
that. I'll think I'll pass. Actually, I retract my statement.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's super fair.
That reminds me, I think my copy of Sense of Cyberpunk Ghost Story is coming in June. I have so much stuff that I ordered that's coming like months from now. I'm like, man, I really wish I had it now.
Fair.
Yeah. I can feel that. There's a lot of stuff that I've been meaning to play, but I just don't have any fucking time to play it.
I still want Biomutant to come out.
Like, I'm waiting on. I still have to play Kingdom Hearts.
Have you not played any of the Kingdom Hearts?
No.
You started one.
I started one. I have not played and completed any of the Kingdom Hearts games.
Gosh damn, bro.
Yeah, I grew like it's weird because I grew up with the PlayStation 2 and then my dad's like, nah, we sold that and got an Xbox instead.
Dang.
Which kind of fucking sucks because the PS2 had some great ass games.
I grew up without the PS2.
I mean, I had a PlayStation 1 before that.
I mean, I can still enjoy Kingdom Hearts through the DS and the Game Boy.
Yeah.
But my first introduction to Chain of Memories. No, sorry, my first introduction to Kingdom Hearts was Chain of Memories, and that got me on Final Fantasy because I was like, "Oh, cool!" I thought there was more of like Kingdom Hearts stuff in Final Fantasy, and then that led me to Final Fantasy Tactics A2 on the DS. Outstanding game. I was really bad at it starting out, but then I started like getting it, and that's what got me into like tactical RPGs.
You stopped being a stupid baby.
Yeah, because like man, if I had a PS2 when I was a kid, I could play Persona 3, and there was like little me couldn't have played Persona 3. I wouldn't have gotten it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have said, "Oh, this is too hard," and got frustrated and stopped playing it because that's what happened when I was 19 years old.
I'm in a state where like I don't really have a lot of time, and the time that I do have is usually spent doing things that are actually like I want to say productive, but like they're more so for me that like I could put in my portfolio or something. So like I don't have enough time to sit down and play JRPGs as much as I would like to. So like at this point I'm like going through P4, I have literally just set it to like the easiest difficulty just so I could enjoy the story because that's honestly what I'm here for like any JRPG at this point. Like I want to get into the game, it's just I don't have time to play the game when I want to play for the story.
I can understand that.
Like I got there's games I also want to play that are coming up, like Guilty Gear Strive, and that's kind of it for this year, actually.
Yeah, I've been playing Persona 5 Strikers, which is just it's basically unlike the previous like games like Persona 4 Arena and Ultimax, I guess are like they're sequels to Persona 4, but they're not like sequels, but like 5 is not only your like quintessential hand the franchise over to the Warriors team that Nintendo likes to do now. It is P5 too.
Huh.
And it's really fun because instead of being like a traditional Warriors game, it's Persona 5 but an action RPG. Like you rip the mask off the Shadow and then it spawns a bunch of enemies and you take them out.
That's cool.
There's no time management. There's no social links. The Persona fusing has been simplified.
I mean, I have a personal opinion, but I'm not a big fan of turn-based RPGs anymore. Like Pokemon's like the one exception, and that's just because I'm a shill for anything that's Pokemon. Even if I don't like the game, I'm probably gonna still shill for it. But like I can't sit down and play like classic Final Fantasy VII anymore. Like I have to play the remake. Because I don't have the
I kind of grew up playing those games, so it just kind of comes natural to me.
I mean, yeah, like I mean, my entire childhood was Pokemon, so that was like the only turn-based RPG I really played. But like, there are tons that I want to do. It's just I want to have I feel like we've talked about this before, where I was like, I really want turn-based RPGs to have more interactivity. Like, even if it's something small, like time hits in Mario RPG.
I would recommend Y2K, a postmodern RPG. A game that has turned me into a hipster because I seem to be the only person who likes it.
You're not.
I'm in the Discord of my fellow Y2K heads. Because like I watch a Y2K video and I swear me and the person played 2 separate games.
Yeah, I don't want to touch Y2K ever.
Why?
I'm good. It's like I looked at it and I immediately went, yeah, no, that's not for me.
But why?
It's really fun. It's really fun because it's got the Mario type mini games, and also I think from at least what I played, because I only played like a quarter into it, and then I was gonna wait because there was like updates and patches coming out. There's some really interesting story concepts that it does, and I also just generally it's like in line with my sense of humor.
I don't know, man. I just don't want to play Y2K. It's like its aesthetic is not something that I really find enjoyable. I'm big into art, and if an art style is something I don't want to look at for a long time, I don't want to play it. There's some like really pretty games. It's just I'm not a huge fan of the aesthetic that they went for. I'm not sure what you would call it. I'm sure it's low poly something, but it's I don't know. It's just not my cup of tea.
I don't know. I kind of think it's nice and simple on the eyes, but if you like art, you should play Ori. That feels like a Michael game.
I've tried Ori. The only issue with Ori is that it's a Metroidvania.
But it's not hard to find your way in it. It's got a map.
Yeah, every time I've played a Metroidvania, I immediately just don't want to play anymore. Like, I would love to get into Hollow Knight. It is definitely a game that I think I would have loved to pieces, but I just can't sit down and play it.
But why?
I don't know. I feel like it's like I'm a getting lost thing. Like, even with a map, like, I'll just get lost, and I don't know what to do. Like, I just, like, even when I'm playing Ori, I have, like, no idea where I'm supposed to go.
Are you playing
and
Blind Forest or Will of the Wisps?
Blind Forest.
If you have
if you don't know where to go, just Google.
Yeah, you can always just Google it, but in Will of the Wisps, it's literally impossible to lose your way in Will of the Wisps. It tells you exactly where to go.
I am well aware of how good Will of the Wisps is. I have been told that it is just a better version of the Blind Forest.
Yeah,
and
it's really
I have
good.
A friend who doesn't like Metroidvanias like me, who absolutely loves Will of the Wisps. So, like, I'm aware of that. It's just I'd rather play the first game because, you know, it's going into it. It's like a sequel.
Yeah, that's fair. But you should, you know, give it a good shot. It's a really, really fucking fun series of games.
Yeah, I mean, the music alone got me hooked into Ori. So, if that says anything about it, I mean, yeah.
Should we cut off the recording here in a bit? I feel like we've really lost the subject.
Yeah, I do have to get off, but I want to tell you guys on recording for our fans out there, our boy, Frontier Resolution, Randall Puffington II, got a drone.
Oh, so shit!
Get ready for some pretty funky camera work if he attaches the camera to that thing.
I can't wait to see fucking high angle wide shots of cars driving. That's gonna be my favorite part. The wide angle far away shot on a mobile drone slowly panning forward. I'm waiting for him to incorporate the Michael Bay spin. You know what the Michael Bay spin is?
No, not off the top of my head.
It's in every single It's in every single fucking Michael Bay movie, I think.
Where
he'll
the main
spin
character's
camera.
looking and it just spins around them.
Yeah. I want him to
Yeah, I know what
appropriate
you're
that.
talking about.
I want that.
That would be hilarious.
I want 200 lens flares. Although that might be lit too
With
much.
an American flag.
Hell yeah.
Each of the stars on the American flag should have a lens flare.
And also, every movie has to have a singular funny black friend. It's a trademark of Michael Bay. There is the generic white guy protagonist, the funny black guy who says stuff like "damn" and "shit," and stuff like that. And
I don't think there was a funny black guy in the Mark Wahlberg Transformers movies.
well, I'm talking
Post-Parade.
specifically like Michael Bay, like fucking Transformers 1.
Yeah, but he did all of them except for Bumblebee. That was for the best because Bumblebee was good.
Oh wow, shy of surprise.
I do still like the first Transformers movie. I don't know if I consider it a guilty pleasure.
It's definitely a guilty
it's
pleasure.
solid. Like if you told me that there are problems with it, yeah, I'd agree with you. But you know what? When I was 8, it was awesome, and if I watched it now, it's like, yeah, that's awesome.
My favorite part is when Optimus Prime hides under a bridge, even though he can transform into a truck.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think that's that's where we can cut it off.
Good morrow to all listeners of the good world. We will see you some other time.
Goodbye.
Actually, we never